Brilliant. And let's remember, and your name is Amy. Great. So Amy, so you got a phobia of flying. Yeah, that's just a little bit closer.
Thank you. Is that better?
Yeah, that's perfect. And so even though you're not like even near an aeroplane or even about to get on one, you're already having a physical reaction to it, which is as your heart.
Yeah, my chest is very tight.
Chest is tight?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Great, good. So the first thing we need to do, just go with the very, very first thing that pops into your mind. Because we talked a little bit about your unconscious mind. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever done anything with your unconscious mind before, but a little bit, yeah. So you know, your unconscious mind is like your intuitions, good instincts. You know, I don't know if you've ever had a situation where you might be faced with a challenge in your life and you're wondering what to do about it. Something pops into your mind out of nowhere, you know, and you go, no, can't be that, and you sit down and work it out logically, rationally, and sensibly, which you do. You start following that path, and then afterwards you go, you know, I wish I'd just done the first thing I thought. Have you done that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So the first thing you thought of comes from your unconscious mind. Okay. So the first thing that we need to do is to then you need to find your timeline.
Okay.
So I have an idea that if I asked your unconscious mind in which directions you past and which directions you future, I have an idea that you'd say that it was from front to back, or left to right, or up to down, or in some relationship to your body. Yeah. But it's not your conscious mind's idea of where your timeline is, it's your unconscious. So if I was to ask you, your unconscious mind, in which directions you passed, which direction would you point? Right. Great, cool. And which direction is your future, which direction would you point?
That way.
Brilliant. And do you notice that they suggest a line?
Yeah.
Yeah, continue.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is just have you quickly practice floating above your timeline. Okay. Now when I say float above your timeline, I don't mean only visually. As in, some people float above their timeline and they do it auditorily, so they hear things. Or you might do it kinesthetically, like the feeling of floating in a swimming pool, something like that. Yeah. However you float above your timeline, it's fine. Okay. So just bring to mind the directions that you pointed to for the past and the future. And then in whatever way you do, if you find it easy to do this with your eyes closed, you go ahead and close your eyes. Just float above your timeline. Yeah. Floating nice and high above your timeline. Then trusting your unconscious mind as though you do. Just ask your unconscious mind to flow you over the past. Anywhere in the past. You there? Great. And then ask your unconscious mind to float you back to now. So you're above now and stop there. You there?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Now, if you're not already, turn around and face the future. And then flow higher up and further back above your timeline. Okay, great. Now, ask your unconscious mind to float you out over your future. You there?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Then ask your unconscious mind to float you really, really high up above your timeline, so you're so high above your timeline, it seems like it's only 1 inch long, way down below you.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. And then come back down into now, back into the room.
Okay.
Cool. So that's floating above your timeline.
Yeah.
Very, very simple. Yeah. So this phobia, so you've got a phobia before that. How do you know it's time to do it?
Put your plane ticket.
Okay.
Ready to go. You get to. The worst part for me is when you have like the boarding, when the boarding comes up.
Right.
And you think, oh, I have to go on that.
Right.
I have to.
Right.
So yeah.
So you can do that without that even being present because you can do it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, what do you do? Do you see that boarding thing? I mean, will you see
Yeah,
it?
you can see it's normally an easy jet.
Yeah. But you can see that in your mind now.
Yes. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
So is that so? Let's say that I was from a temporary phobia agency, and I was going to fill in for you. Let's say that you know, because you wanted to take a holiday from your phobia. Yes. We wouldn't want you to get fired. So I fill in for people. And I'm quite comfortable with flying, so I need to know how you do this in your mind. So I see a picture of the boarding thing.
Yeah.
And is it a big picture or a small picture?
It's small, just like you can just see your number, so your flight number
Right.
coming up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the gate.
Oh, the
So
gate.
I can
Okay,
see-
so
yeah,
it's
just that little strip. You see the boarding computer.
okay. So that's how big
Yeah.
the picture is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could it be a really small picture and still work?
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
Okay. And could it be way over in the corner and still work?
Yeah.
Now, is it a bright picture or a dim picture?
Right.
Okay. Could it be a dim picture and still work?
No, not for me.
Not for
Then
you.
I can't see it.
Ah, okay, so it's dim. So I've got to make sure I make a picture that's not dim. Yeah, okay, great. And is it 3D or flat?
3D.
Could it be flat and still work?
Yes.
Okay. And is it a movie or a still?
Movie.
Could it be a still and still work?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And are the words forward or backwards?
Forwards.
Could it be backwards and still work?
No.
Because that means you'd come back before you arrived.
Yeah.
Okay, so just want to make sure it's not dim, it's not backwards. And are there any sounds that go, these are funky
Yeah,
shapes?
I'm moving.
So are there any sounds that are important?
No.
No sounds.
No sounds.
So if Donald Duck was making a flight announcement, though,
That must be quite funny. Yeah.
because he's got a job with EasyJet.
Yeah, probably has. Yeah.
He's got
Does the
he's
food.
got the job of losing the bags. It's the thing that he's got, right? But could it be, so it's got to be not dim and not words backwards with Donald Duck doing the announcement.
That would work.
Okay, cool. So that just loosens it up a little bit, you know, just to change the internal representations around a little bit. So now let's get rid of, you ready to get rid of this phobia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's check with your unconscious mind. Ask your unconscious mind, is it totally okay with your unconscious mind? You have an undeniable conscious experience of this phobia disappearing today.
Absolutely delighted with that.
Your unconscious mind will be delighted with that.
Delighted.
Okay, cool, great. You know, you'll have to give it value.
That's fine, that's fine.
Just check. So let's get the first event, okay? So I'm going to ask you a number of questions. Just go with the very, very first thing that pops into your mind. So ask your unconscious mind, what's the first event, the root cause of this phobia? So if you were to disconnect it, it would cause this phobia to disappear from your life forever. If you were to know, was it before, during, or after your birth? First thing that pops into your mind.
After.
Great. And if you were to know, at what age were you? First thing that pops into your mind.
12.
12. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
No. That's what came up from your
Yeah.
unconscious mind. Cool. Great. So let's just remember those positions.
Yeah.
Number 1 is after the event, above the event,
Okay.
facing the past. Yeah. Number 2 is directly above the event, when you're 12. And number 3 is before the event. You've turned around to look towards now along your timeline. I'm going to guide you through all this. And that's when the phobia will disappear.
Okay.
Then we're going to take you into your 12-year-old body at the time. Make sure it's totally gone.
Yeah.
And your unconscious mind do all of that, take out the string and the string pills, all the way back to now.
Okay.
And it'll completely disappear. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. So just as you did before, find your timeline. Then float way up in the air. Remember, it's a nice and high above your timeline. Trusting your unconscious mind, just have your unconscious mind float you over the past to position number 1 in that very, very first event, which is above the event and after the event, and you're facing the past. So the event's below you and in front of you as you're facing the past. And just let me know when you get there. You there? Great. So then float to position number 2, which is directly above the event, looking down at the event. Ask your unconscious mind what was there for you to learn from that event, the learning of which will enable you to let go of the fear, let go of the phobia easily and effortlessly. Ask your unconscious mind to preserve those learnings in the place it preserves for all such learnings. So if you need them in the future, they'll be there. Do you have the learnings?
I think so, yeah.
What are the learnings? What learnings did you get from your unconscious mind?
So I'll be okay.
You'll be okay. Great, fantastic. Is there anything else for you to learn before you let it all go?
Well, I can see.
Not that you
Just
can see.
that's what I'm
That's
thinking
it.
about.
You're okay. Great. So now ask your unconscious mind to float to position number 3, which is before the event and above the event. And turn around and face now along the timeline. Making sure that you get nice and high up and nice and far back. So the first event is in front of you and below you as you're facing now. And you get really nice and high up and really nice and far back. Yeah. Then ask yourself, now where's the fear? Did it disappear?
That's just very faint.
It's very faint. Okay, great. So what that means you haven't got high enough up and far enough back. So just ask your unconscious mind to get you really nice and high up and really nice and far back until all of that fear totally disappears. Right now. Now where's the fear? Did it disappear?
Can't see it because I'm on a plane in my head.
Okay, right. You're on a plane in your head.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Bob, get a little bit closer. Just check. Well, let's test it. Float down into your 12-year-old body at the time, looking through your own eyes. Is all the fear gone?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's great. So now come back to position number 3 again. Yeah? Then ask your unconscious mind to bring you back, all the way back along your timeline, all the way back to now, only as quickly as it can assume position number 3 on each related subsequent event, preserving any further positive learnings and releasing the emotions all the way back to now. Preserving the learnings, releasing the emotions all the way back to now.
Yeah.
Back at that. Cool. Come back down into the room. So how was that?
With all the anxiety that was in my chest when I walked up here,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Cool. So,
all the things I was thinking about flying, being in the aeroplane, oh god. You know, my chest was like,
well, can you think of an event in the past? An event in the past which you thought about it previously would have caused you to have that old fear. Notice how it's different now.
you just not even really thinking about it.
Not even thinking about it.
No, not really. It's just,
Cool. Well, let's test it again. So, can you think of an event in the future? An event in the future which had happened in the past would have caused you to have that old fear, and then say that's different.
Yeah, I can, yeah.
And how is it different?
It's nothing, it's just like it's normal.
It's normal.
It's just normal. Yeah.
So you're there at the airport,
Just waiting.
and the sign comes up.
Yeah.
EasyJet.
Yeah. Hopefully the next one's British Airways.
British Airways.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a fairly funny story. So I'm flying to British Airways to Cyprus, and you're on the plane, and they do the safety thing.
Yeah.
And this time the pilot comes out, and he does the safety announcement, which is unusual. And he said, "I'm doing the safety announcement because this is my last flight." He said, "I've decided to retire. As you may know, British Airways have sold the route to Cyprus to EasyJet. There's no way I'm flying a fucking orange plane."
You know it.
Big round of applause for them. Big round of applause. Oh, Angel. There you go. Nice one.